Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and congratulations to you and Ms. Crystal to your election. It's exciting to see you at the leadership. I fully agree with Mr. Dorsey. It's a dynamic duo, obviously, and I look forward to working with you to tackle this 2021, which is the year of recovery. Let's call it this way. And thank you again, Ms. Garvey, for your leadership through an exceptionally tough year. As everybody by now really knows, this has been a yeoman's work that you have accomplished, and I really thank you together with, I'm absolutely certain, thousands of Arlingtonians. And Mr. Chair, thank you for leading us to a moment of silence for the 182 Arlingtonians that we lost in this pandemic. I happened to check our dashboard. The last one was this last 24 hours, which should give us a lot of pause. So I'm joining my colleagues in thanking the heroes of 2020, frontline workers, from the healthcare professionals to the first responders, county staff led by Mr. Swartz, and down to the grocery store clerks, all who worked tirelessly, selflessly, and mostly invisibly, so that we as a society enter this new year with the hope that an end is really in sight. I want to especially thank the vast majority of residents who demonstrated unprecedented discipline and civic responsibility in doing the right thing for many, many months every day, staying home, washing hands, wearing masks, and socially distancing. Long before a vaccine was available, it's you, the members of our community, that have been the most effective helpers in containing the virus, reducing its impact, and bringing the pandemic to an end. We stay united as a community, and with your help, we will beat COVID-19. We will return to work, we will safely open schools, we will re-energize our economy, and we will be able to meet without fear once again. So, and at this point, I also want to publicly thank my colleagues, and particularly past Chair Libby Garvey and Chairman DeFerranti, as well as County Manager Mark Swartz, and the County Manager's Office, and Kendra Jacobs, and our County Board Clerk, and her amazing County Board Office team, on a personal matter, on providing me with the invaluable assistance and helping me to hit the ground running after being elected this year. Earlier this year, as Ms. Garvey mentioned, we lost a dear friend, a community leader, County Board member, Eric Gatchell. In his first full address to this board in January 2019, Eric talked about our dreams as a community and how to overcome our fears together. His presence will always be felt, and his message will help guide us as we address these new challenges. From Eric, I learned that leadership is not only about responding to the immediate needs, but also about focusing on the future and building a strong, systemic system of foundations that will carry and sustain our community beyond any current crisis. So systemic would be a key word for this past year, and a core reason why COVID-19 could have such a negative impact, based on the accumulation of underlying deficiencies and inequalities. Systemic is inequitable access to health, social services, food, housing, unemployment benefits, and economic opportunity, all compounded by racial injustice. Systemic is also being strategic in our response to the climate crisis, in how we protect our natural resources, and how we support our local small business economy. Thus, as we respond to the COVID-19 crisis in 2021, I plan personally to focus on these things. First, on fiscally sound, sustainable, and accountable governance. This is a challenging year, as our chair pointed out in his initial speech, where all our fiscal priorities will have to be carefully re-examined and contrasted against major challenges like the declining commercial tax base, the pressing priority of rescuing Metro, the not less pressing need of continuing supporting APS, and the need to continue to provide effective social safety net services to vulnerable Arlingtonians. It will always be people first. I will continue to work with Electrifying Energy on advancing the county's sustainability goals by working to put in place a strong community energy plan implementation framework. And I should mention also putting in place an equally significant update of our forestry and natural resources master plan. I will actively support our efforts to find new and creative approaches to housing affordability by adding more and more effective tools in our policy toolbox, such as the missing middle housing that offers a pathway to increase housing supply at different price points for all Arlingtonians. I further want to focus on key systemic elements of our critical economic recovery, such as pursuing a new and long-term effective framework of support for the backbone of our economy, of our local economy, which are the small businesses. I am really focused on delivering social as well as economic essential infrastructure, such as affordable broadband access to individuals and businesses. And I'm always focused on a new challenge this year, which will be the mutually beneficial partnership with our public employees as we will engage in collective bargaining for the very first time. At last but never least, I will continue to focus on working with you to digest the lessons of our extensive work on racial equity and transform them into actionable steps forward. From reevaluating our policing practices to making public participation accessible at all levels. These conversations will indeed continue in 2021, and I look forward to the progress we will make together. The face of hope this past year is the joyous expression of the first people who received the COVID-19 vaccine. As we overcome the challenges in 2021 and beyond, we can share this optimistic expression of this accomplishment of science, perseverance, and a commitment to a common cause. So I wish you indeed a safe, healthy, and happy new year. Thank you.